Hi everyone, it's Thursday and it's our final 2D shape lesson for the week. Today is a little bit different. We're going to do a little bit of revision of what we've learned so far this week, and then there'll be some activities for you to go off and do on your own or on the Jamboard that I'm going to show you today. Okay, so we have learned so far to investigate the effect of one-step slides and flips with and without the use of digital technologies. Today we are revising what we've learned so far, and we can identify lines of symmetry, use shapes to make a line of symmetry, and flip and slide shapes to model symmetry of shapes. So let's revise symmetry. What is a line of symmetry? Let's choose our right answer. A line that divides a shape into quarters. B, a line drawn through a shape so that both sides look the same. Or C, a line that outlines the edge of the shape. Which one do you think it would be? Choose your answer. A, B, C. Which one do you think? Let's take a look. Yay, well done. B was the correct answer. A line down the middle reflecting the same on both sides. So well done. Which shape has 4 lines of symmetry? A square, a rectangle, or a parallelogram? So let's think about this a little bit before we go ahead. So which one is all the same? So everything's going to be equal. If we fold some shapes more than once, some of their lines are of different length. So that makes a difference. What do you think? Would it be a rectangle? A rectangle has 2 shorter sides and 2 long sides. What do you think? And a parallelogram is the same. Do you think it might be a square? Well done, it is a square. Okay, which shape has an infinite number of lines of symmetry? Which one do you think? Do you think it would be a circle, a rectangle, or a triangle? Which shape has so many lines of symmetry that it's never ending? How about we try a circle? Yay, we were right. Okay, this is one of the PDFs that we'll be working on today on symmetry. And you need to basically put the name of the shape, how many sides the shape has, and how many lines of symmetry it has. You can actually draw the lines of symmetry. So you can draw how many times you think that we can fold this into half, and see if you can write how many lines there are as well. Lines of symmetry, that is. Okay, the next activity that you're going to do on the Jamboard is a flip and slide activity. So we've got the flip activity, which is a little bit harder for you to do on the Jamboard, but I'm going to investigate and hopefully you'll be able to do some activities that will show flipping. Otherwise, you have to use your imagination and imagine if you flipped the shape. So it says choose a patterned block and trace it below the dotted line, then flip it over the line and trace it again. So you might think about how that shape would look before you trace it on the other side. So you might have to move a shape a certain way, or there might be a selection of shapes that you can choose from, and you can predict what you think would happen if you flipped your shape. So that will be available on the Jamboard, and I'll also go through the tools on the Jamboard with you in a moment. The other activity on the Jamboard is to choose a pattern block and trace it on the left side of this box. Slide the block to the right and trace it again. So have a look here. The first block was traced here and then it was slid over. So we traced it again and then it's over here again. So it's a continuous slide to the right. Okay, shapes can slide up and they can slide to the left, but in this case, it's asking you to slide to the right. Okay, and the other tools I want to show you are the pen tool that's over here. So that's really important. I usually try the thicker setting of the pen, and it's just a little bit easier to use when you're doing it on a computer, although it might not be too bad if you're on an iPad or a touch screen. We've got our rubber tool here. We've got our pointer. So when you want to move your shapes, you're going to need to use your pointer. We also can upload pictures, so you can get them from Google or you can find them off your computer, depending. So they're tools that we'll need. The other one that we'll need is if we're typing. So we might like to write our words with a pen, or we might like to add text in. So we press this one and we can add text in there. So the Jamboard is going to have quite a few activities for you to do, but this one is one of the exit slips activities that I'd like you to try and do. Okay, now it is your turn. Complete the 2D for Thursday Symmetry PDF and flip and slide PDF, or use the assigned Jamboard to practice this week's activities and exit slips. Number 2, use the hands-on tools on the Jamboard to create lines of symmetry with the shapes. Number 3, move shapes to model how a shape would move if flipped and slid on the Jamboard. Number 4, if you do not have access to the Jamboard, trace some shapes and draw a line of symmetry in a different colour. Then fold the shape to check if you were correct. Hint, the two sides of the shape should be identical. So you might like to do that even if you can access the Jamboard. This is a good way to practice symmetry. Number 5, play some of the shape games or videos from this week's maths work. Okay, I hope you do really well with that, and I hope you enjoy using the Jamboard as you did for science the other week. I hope that it's easy for you to use and a bit of fun. Okay, bye.